Hey loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this tutorial is for the ladies on glasses. If you just want to look sweet, maybe go to work with something fast, this tutorial is definitely for you. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. So loves, I did my eyebrow off camera. If you want to know how I draw my brows, please let me know, and I'm going to be dropping a video on that real soon. So first off, I'll be using that Zikal palette, and I'll be using that shade as my eyeshadow. Literally, I do not apply any eyeshadow apart from that powder shade, so I'm literally just putting that all over my eyes because I could not just apply the concealer and just leave it like that. I wanted to apply powder on it so it's not going to crease, and that is what I am doing here with my Zikal face kit. Right now I'm using my Revolution Sugar 2, and I'll be using the golden shimmer shade on my eyebrow bone. Honestly, this step is not needed if you're going to work, but I like it. I like my brow bones to be shining, so I'm going to do it. So next thing I did was I used a face wipe to just clean my face and get my face ready for the upcoming foundation. So I'm just using this baby wipe to clean my face and get my face ready. So right now I'll be using my Omaricode moisturizer and this flat brush. I think this brush is from the Technique. I'm going to be using this brush to apply my Omaricode hydrate moisturizer on my face, just making sure that this goes around my face and taking my time to do this. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I would allow this moisturizer to get dried before applying another thing. Right now I'm using the Zaron primer, and I'm going to be using this on my face after the moisturizer is dried already. Guys, do not apply your primer before your moisturizer get dry to avoid your face from having patches or your foundation from not being smooth. So just allow your face get dry before you put another set of any other thing you want to put on your face. Right now I used my Kiss Beauty. I really don't know the name of this spray. I'm going to be leaving that at the description box down below. I just use that to spray my brush. Then for my foundation, I'll be mixing my Super Stay foundation. I use two color, which I'm going to be leaving at the description box down below, and I'm just going to be using this flat brush. I think this brush is from the Costa Scent 22 pieces brush, and I'm going to be using this on my face, just trying to place this foundation there, and then going back to this brush I have sprayed already with my setting spray, and I'm going to be using that to blend the foundation all together. And as you all know, I like doing my foundation step by step, first on one face and then to the other face, and I'm doing the same process using my blending brush to just blend everything over, make sure it is sweet, it is nice, and it is flawless. Guys, the last place I'm going to be doing is the forehead part. Guys, I just told you all to please subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and give this video a thumb up. Be cool. And so right now I just went on with the SS foundation on my hands. Now I'll be applying this still on my face for a better coverage, and going back to my blending brush, still from the Costa Scent 22 pieces brush, to blend this over again. Guys, I know you noticed the pimples on my face. I am tired. This is unlike me. I hardly have pimples. I don't know what's wrong with me. Please, if you have a remedy for this, please let me know, please. I don't know if it's just the time of the year or if I'm getting matured. Guys, I want to be a baby girl for life. Okay, so I just went on to spray my face with the Kiss Beauty spray. So right now I will be using my Legio Pro concealer in cooltan, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll be using this underneath my eyes. Guys, if you don't want your pro concealer to be as much as this, there is no problem, but this is the amount I like on my face though. So I'm just using this underneath my eyes. I'm also going to be doing this underneath my nose, then under my lips, and then on the forehead, just like this. Then I'm just going to wait for a while before I blend this over. So I'm going to be using this Real Technique brush, and I'm going to be blending the concealer. I'm just going to be blending the outer parts before I go in to the inner corners. And the thing is, I use this big blending brush for the outer corners, but before I go to the inner corners, I'm just going to switch to a smaller blending brush, which I'm going to be showing you guys. So this is the small blending brush I'm going to be using underneath my eyes. This brush is still from the Real Techniques. So I feel this allows me to just go to those corners that the big blending brush is not allowed to go to. So this brush is just going to do all those work for me, and that is why I use it instead of the big blending brush. If you don't have something as small as this, you can just use your beauty blender. It's still going to go very well, but I feel I like the effect I get when I use a brush. That is why I'm doing that. So I just went back into the big blending brush to blend the other parts of my face, and then once I need a small blending brush, I'm going to come back and use the small blending brush and blend those parts that I need to blend. Right now I'm going to be using my white powder to set underneath my eyes. Although I went back into my blending brush to just make sure that there is no crease under my eyes. So this powder is just a regular white powder that is sold here in Nigeria. Just any white powder would do. As far as the powder is not colored and it is white, it would do. You can use a loose powder or a translucent powder for this, but I don't have any right now. That's why I'm using my white powder. And like I said, this makeup tutorial is very affordable, so I just went back to my Zikal face kit and I'm using that dark shade to contour my nose. Although when I was done with this makeup, I felt that shade was actually very dark on me, so next time I'm not going to use that for my face anymore. I think it's been a while I did makeup on myself, so I just forgot. So I just went on to apply that on the side of my nose, and I'm going to be blending it with this angle brush. I think this is like a big angle brush, I guess. So I also went back to like a lighter powder to just try and clean the dark shade, because like I said, the dark powder was actually very dark on me. So that is what I am doing here. I'm just trying to blend everything. So right now I went back to my beauty blender and to the white powder, and I'm trying to just set and try to contour my nose and just set those parts. That is what I am doing there. And guys, just make sure that your beauty blender is actually kind of wet. So right now I'm going back into that dark shade and I'm going to be contouring my cheek. That is what I am doing here with this brush from the Bobbi Brown set, and I'm trying to contour my cheek. I'm going to be taking this powder all up to my forehead, and I'm going to be taking the powder to my hairline, like the way I am doing here right now. So right now I'm trying to create a reverse contour with my white powder and my beauty blender. So I literally just made my beauty blender the shape I want it to be, like just hold it so it could be straight, and then I use this to create my reverse contour. So for my lips, I'll be using this lip balm. I do not know the name, but I just used it on my lips because my lips were dried. And then I went in with this classic lippy in gospel or gossip. Yeah, I think that's the name. I'm going to leave the name at the description box down below though. So I just used that to line my lips. First I lined up part of my lips and then I went downwards. Then I'm going to be using my classic lippy in Nude Girl, if I'm not mistaken. Then I went with this blending brush, still from the Coastal Scent 22 set brush, and I'll be using this to blend the nude to the gossip. So I just went on to apply the Nude Girl all over my lips because I wanted the lips to be lighter than the way it was looking. And then I went back into that blending brush to just blend everything together and make everything look sweet and nice, and just make it look the way I wanted it to be. So using a blending brush for your lips is one good way to just make your lips come out perfectly well, and make sure that your lips is not dry, so it's not going to be cracky and everything is just going to be nice. And I went in with this pink shade from the classic. I'm going to be leaving the name in my description box down below. Just at the inner corners of my lips or the middle part of my lips. And I went back to that blending brush and I just blended it. And if you notice, I did not take this pink shade downwards. I literally just left it at the middle and I just blended with my blending brush. So guys, I was not sure if I should apply a lip gloss or not, but I think I did that at the end. So I went with this angle brush. I used a little bit of foundation, my shade, and I just used this to kind of make the lips look neat. Literally, that's what I did here. And once I am done with that, I went back into the small blending brush from the Real Techniques, and I just used that to clean those parts, so everything is going to be looking neat and sweet. Right now I'll be using this big blending brush still from the Real Technique, and I'll just be using this to wipe those excess powder I have on my face. And this is what I am doing. I'm literally just trying to wipe this off my face and just press it in, really not with like a heavy hand, just something light. Just use a light hand to just press it and then wipe the powder off, so everything is going to be looking all sweet and nice. Right now I'll be using this powder shade for my Zikal face kit, and I'll be using that as my powder. So after that, I'll be using this liner, which I'm going to be leaving the name at the description box down below. I'm going to be using that to line my waterline, if that is correct. So I'm just going to be applying this on my waterline. I'm also going to try to like put it above, because since I'm not applying lashes, I really wanted my eyes to look dark. Then I went on with my Zikal mascara. I think this is the lengthening mascara. I'm going to be leaving the name on the description box down below. I use this for my lower lashes, and after that I'm going to be using the other Zaron mascara. I think this should be the volumizing mascara. I'm going to be using this my lashes, like the upper lashes. Then once I am done with that, I still went back into the other Zaron mascara, which is the lengthening, because I feel that has like a smaller brush and I wanted to like go in the inner corners, and I wanted my lashes to pop very well since I'm not applying the false lashes. So that was what I did here. Right now I went back into my Revolution Golden Sugar 2, and I just used a little bit of that bronzer, just little, very little on my cheekbone, and that was it. Then I went on to apply gloss on my lips because I was not really comfortable with it being matte. So this is like everything I did for this tutorial, guys. I am just going to go on my wig and also my glasses to complete this look. So guys, honestly, I feel this look is perfect for we that use glasses, and also if you want to go to work, you just want something very fast, if you want to go to school, something very fast, this is perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscription button, give this video a thumb up and share. I love you. Bye guys.